Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Chelsea of Suite Life Sanburg, and today we're going to go over the second part of our Florida Keys vacation. So again, it was me and my husband on this trip. I went over part one, which included the drive down to Key West in my last video, which I'll link below just in case you missed it. Today will include most of our day on Sunday. So we drove down on Saturday and today we'll cover Sunday. A question that I get a lot is 24 hours in Key West enough? So I really think that the answer to this question will be based on your preferences and the things that you like to do. Everyone will have a different answer for this. My answer is always no, but also 2 years wouldn't be enough for me. So that's going to change based on other people's opinions. So you know how sometimes people say Vegas is a great place to visit, but 2 days or 3 days is plenty, and after an amazing vacation everyone's ready to go home. Some people might say the same thing about Key West, particularly if you're going there primarily to party and you're going really hard while you're there. However, there is a lot to do and see in Key West, so it depends on what you want to do and what you want to see. My husband and I have been there quite a few times, and so this trip was more about just being there with everything going on in our world. We just haven't been able to visit lately, and we just wanted to be there. So we weren't doing a ton. We weren't checking off a lot on our bucket list. We were just enjoying the place, the people, the culture of Key West, that sort of thing. Is 24 hours in Key West enough time? That's going to depend on you and your preferences and that sort of thing. I already covered our Saturday drive down to Key West, like I mentioned. So today I'm going to cover what we did on Sunday. So I called this YouTube title 24 Hours in Key West. We got to Key West around 4 o'clock on Saturday, and then we left first thing Monday. So we didn't do anything in Key West on Monday. It was really basically from 4 p.m. Saturday until like 8 p.m. on Sunday. So it was just a touch over 24 hours, but I think that you understand what I'm saying. What we did on Sunday was we woke up early, we got breakfast, and then we rented a scooter. So I don't have video footage of getting the scooter and getting on the scooter and that sort of thing. And another note about breakfast is that the #1 most recommended breakfast place is called Blue Heaven. And even though we've been to Key West a number of times, we've never made it to Blue Heaven in time to get a table. So I will say that Blue Heaven is highly, highly recommended, but every time we've tried to go there, we've had to wait an hour or more, and we just don't want to spend our time in Key West waiting. Every single time we say we're going to wake up earlier and get there earlier, and then every time we don't. So go to Blue Heaven if you're going to Key West. Let me know how it is, and hopefully I will get there soon. So the rest of the footage today will take you off from the time we have our scooter and on.
The first place we brought the scooter to was this pier right here. The water here is always breathtaking. It's the Edward Knight Pier, and there's also an AIDS memorial when you first enter the pier. It's a fishing pier, and every time we go, it's not too crowded. It's just absolutely beautiful. Then we took the scooter here to the docks. There are tons of boats docked here for tours, and also there's private boats as well. This is the brewery. We do really like to go here. Here at the docks, you're gonna be able to walk around and look at the very beautiful waters, the boats. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's a really pretty walk. There's also restaurants, bars, shops, tons of things to do in this area. We usually do eat in this area once, but we were here a little bit earlier, so nothing was open just yet. Here is one of the super cute shops that you can go into while you're there. Of course, this truck, you've probably seen pictures of it. Believe it or not, we ended up at Fogarty's again. The other place that we were going to go to didn't open until 11:30, and it was 11 and we were starving because we had woken up kind of early. So Fogarty's it was. From Fogarty's, we took our scooter to drive past the little patch of road that is right next to the beach. I love watching all the people come and go to the beach. I love the palm trees that line the beach. It really makes me feel like I'm on vacation. In a way, it almost reminds me of Hawaii, and I think that with all those palm trees that you see there on the left, that I feel extra special because our beaches here in the Tampa Bay don't really have all of those palm trees. So that's probably what does it for me. We parked the scooter and walked the beach. It is absolutely gorgeous. You can see here on the left there's some things that you can rent, such as umbrellas. There's some boats, kayaks, things like that. This is a great place to do that renting. Now, I will warn you that sometimes this beach really kind of smells bad. So you will hear different explanations from different people. Some people will say it's the tide bringing things in. Others will tell you it's due to cruise ships. I will let you do your own research and come up with your own ideas of why it might smell bad. So just a little bit of warning there. Sometimes it is a shock to people. So it did smell a little bit when we were there, not too bad. It was still a beautiful day. It didn't deter us at all. And I should have mentioned this is Smathers Beach. Even though we had the scooter all day, we really only took it out for about 5 hours. We really start to get hot and kind of tired. It's not the most comfortable mode of transportation. So here is us walking home, kind of stretching our legs, which we really appreciated. It was nice to stretch our legs. This is just Duval Street. You can tell it's a little bit earlier in the day because there's not as many people out and about. It looks a lot different in the later afternoon and at night. This was probably 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so just not quite as busy as it might normally be. Most people just cannot get enough of Duval Street, and I'm one of them. One of my favorite things on Duval Street is actually this Walgreens because of how beautiful it is. It's definitely a landmark, and if you've been to Key West before, you've probably seen it and you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. It's even better at nighttime when it's all lit up. So yes, that is a Walgreens. From here, we just kept walking down Duval Street. Here is Willie T's. We really like Willie T's. It's a bar and restaurant. You can see here they have some dollar bills on their ceiling. You're able to leave behind your mark on a dollar bill and they will keep it up. Their popular place is this bar in green right here called Irish Kevin's. It was very busy when we were there and it always is. It's a very popular place. You can start to see down on the right, Sloppy Joe's. Many people talk about Sloppy Joe's. Our favorite is actually Rick's right across the street. You can kind of see it and I kind of also panned away. So I'm going to insert a picture of it here. Like I said, Rick's is our favorite place. This is closed, Rick's, but that's because it was to go only when we walked by. Sloppy Joe's is typically pretty busy and therefore it's not our favorite place. A lot of people do say it's the highlight of their trip though, so I recommend stopping. We got back to our hotel to kind of freshen up. Like I said, the scooter is really hot. So we came back to freshen up just in time for the rain to come in. It rained and we just kind of watched the storm roll in from our balcony, which we really loved. And then we spent the evening at our pool until the sun went down.
So that concludes our 24 hours in Key West and our road trip down the Keys. I hope that you loved these videos. I love the Keys and I love sharing them with you. Like I mentioned earlier, this was a much more quiet trip just because some things are not running as normal and we just really want it to be responsible and make sure that we're being safe. So we didn't do as much as we normally would do. We were just happy to be in our happy place and that was really enough for us. We've already done almost everything there is to do, so we didn't really feel a need to check off a big bucket list like I mentioned earlier. I would love to know from you if you have been to Key West before, what your favorite thing is to do, and if you've never been, what are you looking forward to most? Leave that comment below. I would love to hear, and if you liked this video, please subscribe and give it a like below. I will see you next time.